What's going on, everyone? Cubeologist here. Today we're going to be talking about a nano fissure cube. So how did I make it? First off, I glued all the pieces together with some super glue so I could cut them apart later and the pieces wouldn't go flying everywhere. Then I used my X-Acto saw. I just got this in the mail. It's like a hobby saw. It's super accurate, but I still managed to mess it up. As you can see there, some of the pieces aren't exactly cut in half. But I fixed that with some milliput. This was actually my first mod using milliput. Probably should have started with something a little easier. But yeah, I filled in the pieces here, but you know there's a lot of sanding to come because as you can see there, they are a little lopsided. And like I said, here's the sanding. I started off with heavy grit sandpaper and moved my way down, and then I did some polishing. But as you can see, the pieces are still a little messed up. Here I'm actually gluing the pieces that I sanded onto a center cap, but you've got to glue them onto center caps and onto edges. If you guys aren't familiar with the fissure cube, check it out. You can see how it's made, but this is just my super small version. So after I glued all of them on, I could tell that there was some overhang, so I used my files and cleaned everything up just to make it look nice and pretty. Finally, I got all the pieces sanded down, as you can see here, and instead of spray painting, I just used a Sharpie because I thought that would be sufficient. It seemed to work just fine, and the stickers cover most of the puzzle, but my room smelled like Sharpie for about, I don't know, a day, so that wasn't very fun. And the stickers were another horrible part. I had to cut them out by hand. I ended up making little stencils and doing it that way, so each one was kind of a pain, but not that big of a deal. I used a little knife to peel them off and place them, and I actually super glued them because they're all so tiny. So this thing took me about 4 days, and it was kind of a pain, but it was worth it in the long run because I'm super happy about it, and I haven't seen a smaller one. So now I'm going to get into showing you guys how it moves and maybe do a solve. Alright, well here it is completely finished, guys. As you can see, it came together pretty well. It wasn't exactly cubic, as you can see there. It's a little bit lopsided. You can definitely tell when it's next to a regular nano cube. But this was really fun. Like I said, it might have been a little dumb to try this as a first mod, but I tell you what, the learning curve definitely was pretty steep. And I feel like I've learned a lot about using epoxy, about the way the pieces need to be shaped in relation to each other, how to measure that. There's so many different things that I've learned. We'll put this in here as a little size comparison. This is just a US quarter and it fits perfectly. Here is a regular 3x3 and yeah, it's pretty serious. So like I said, I haven't seen any other fissure cubes smaller than this, but I'm still pretty happy to have this done. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is actually show you guys a checkerboard just to show you that it is fully functional and everything is working as it should. But I actually did a scramble earlier and I went to solve it and it popped on me, so I wasn't very happy about that. Like I said, it works really well, but where it's so small, it's a little bit finicky and a little bit temperamental. So there you go, there's a checkerboard. I don't know, I'm super happy with the way this turned out. I'm really happy with my first mod, and I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Is this a total waste of time? Probably, but it was fun, and I'm happy I did it. So I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will have a video up shortly, another average of 5, and I might do a solve on this eventually if you guys are interested. But like I said, thanks a bunch for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Later, guys.